you for allowing me to be present today.
You're welcome.
And I will now introduce you to the other communicator that I wish to introduce you to.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, my friends.
Good afternoon. Welcome.
I will not give you a name. This is not necessary.
That's okay.
I also come from the higher realms, as did Agamemnon, as we call him. He came to visit last time.
Yes.
But I have no physical form anymore. But I do sometimes show myself in meditation to certain people on your earth plane. I shall describe myself in case you also see me. You will see me as a lady of tall stature, in a robe, a flowing robe. And I have dark hair, and in the middle of my forehead shines a bright, bright light that shines forward like a beacon from my forehead, as I say. I am a guide of peace and tranquility, and I bring patience, I bring solace, I bring relief from grief, I bring relief from solitude and excuse me, I bring a feeling of happiness and grace. I must tell you that many years ago I showed myself to my medium, and as before, she has drawn a picture of me, which I will ask her to find, because I'm afraid that she does not do very much nowadays in this department. I would like her to do so. I also would like everyone in this circle to think about writing and spiritual art, and all these different things that we send the gifts to you to enjoy. In your lives, you haven't a lot of time to be doing all these things, but it is very nice and very pleasing to have finished such a thing, to find time to do these things. I also send in my presence a feeling of friendliness and love for one another, regardless of the differences in personalities. This is not always easy. We are all different from one another, and we must always make allowances for these things. I will not say too long, because I believe that Red Cloud wishes to introduce one other person, and I give you my love. I may not appear very often to you. If I do, it will probably be in your individual meditations. And so I leave my love with you all, and thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for speaking with us.
Hello.
Hello, welcome.
I'm but a simple person, and I lived in a place called Monmouthshire. I was a parson's daughter. I lived a simple life in the countryside. In my life, I was very happy. I loved my father very much for all the good work that he did for the community. To describe myself, I had hair that was dark and curly and short. I liked to paint, and I liked to listen to my father in his little church. My mother was very homely. I had 2 brothers, and we lived in a small house in the hillsides, in beautiful countrysides. I hadn't many talents, but I always liked to help others. When I was older, I became quite poorly. I had what is called, in the olden days, consumption, which in more modern times was tuberculosis. In those days, it wasn't managed so well as it does in these days, and so I was very poorly, and in the end I passed at 30 years old. I'm very interested in your gathering, and I would have liked to do something like this. But in my time, oh my goodness, it wouldn't have been good for me to admit that I had any gifts of this sort. But I am watching you all with great interest. I think it is wonderful, and I think you're all wonderful. And I thank you for letting me come to see you this day.
Thank you. You're more than welcome.
Thank you, everybody. I hope you have enjoyed the communicators that I have gathered for you.
We have indeed, thank you.
I have great love for you all. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, my friend, and thank you, as always, for coming and speaking to us.